The next thing I want to talk about is drawing lines of intent. So drawing a line of intent means if I am going to throw a punch, and this is my fist, not much of a fist, I know, and this is my target, it means that in my mind, before I fire the punch, I am going to draw a line in space in my mind that goes through the target by about 3 inches to penetrate through that target. So that when I throw the punch, even if I'm throwing the punch slowly, the target is inconsequential. The objective is the only thing that's consequential. It's the only thing that's important. Not whether or not I hit the target, but whether or not I reach that point in space with the most effective technique. This is drawing a line of intent. You also do this with archery. So if I have a bow, I look at the target, and in my mind I draw a line to that target. Then I take up my arrow, maintaining that mind, pull the arrow back, and fire it. Now if we go back to the form and function conversation, I will know whether or not I hit the target where I wanted to hit the target. So then I have to ask the question, was it my line of intent? Did I lose my line of intent mentally? Or was my form wrong? It's believed that with a proper line of intent, your technique in general will improve. But it's also possible to have a very intense line of intent and have terrible technique. This will often throw you off balance. And that's okay if you're the bad guy. It's just we don't want to do it as the defenders. So you want to make sure that when you do anything, whether it's a punch or a kick, even a roll, imagine I'm in a motegyaku, an origyaku, or a ganseki, and I feel this energy. I can feel the line of intent of the person throwing me. Since I can feel that line of intent, I need to align my roll and my line of intent for that roll correspondingly with their line of intent. And it's something that you need to learn to sense to be a good uke. You need to be able to feel that line of intent coming from the person throwing you. You need to be able to feel the line of intent as the defender coming from the person at me. In real life, people are going to have intent. They're going to intend to hurt you. It's going to be visceral and it's going to be emotional. And so it's really, really important that in your training, your partners give you that intent so that way you're not knocked off balance by that intent by itself. There's a belief, it's san mitsu. San is 3 and mitsu means secret. And it's this idea that it's my mind, my body, and my intention or my spirit. And that they need to be in proper alignment in order for me to do anything properly. So if I'm going to do a punch, I have to know what it is in my mind, my body has to be in all the right places, and my spirit has to be in it. I have to have that line of intent, boom, to hit. Otherwise, it's an improper technique. If I know what to do, and my body does everything right, but there's no spirit, even though it's technically right, it's still wrong, because the intent is not there. Actually, in kendo, you can hit somebody with a sword in competition, and they can say that it doesn't count, because it didn't have proper intent. There's many other martial arts that really truly believe in this concept of intent. And so you have to understand that in order to fully grasp this martial art, you have to understand intention and how to draw lines of intention and how to feel lines of intention. Once you can feel those lines and draw those lines, your technique gets much better because your body follows the line of intent. You're no longer imitating, you're truly practicing.